July 10th, 2016. Two men are walking into the entrance of a bank in Taipei. They're wearing medical masks and fisher hats. One of them guards the entrance, while the other stands in front of the ATM. He doesn't do anything, though. He doesn't withdraw money with a card, nor does he try to blow it up. He just waits. And then something curious happens. The ATM starts spitting out banknote after banknote. All he has to do is collect the money. As a stranger approaches, they immediately abort and leave. The stranger will find the cash just lying there. Even though it doesn't exactly look like it, he just walked into a massive heist.
Chat, what if y'all went to the bank, right? What if y'all went to the bank to get some cash out or to put some cash in your bank or to cash a check or something? You went to the ATM and you just saw a big pile of cash right there. What would y'all do? Honestly, I would sit there in shock. But I would grab that money though. I'm not gonna lie. What would y'all do? What would y'all do? I'm grabbing that money. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm grabbing that money, bro. Finders keepers, bro.
Their money. 20 others did the same thing at other branches. This is just one puzzle piece of a larger operation. A 2-year-long sophisticated attack that shook the global financial system to its core. More than 100 banks in over 30 countries with stolen funds amounting to roughly $1 billion US. One of the biggest bank heists in history, orchestrated by hackers.
That's
the
insane.
Carbonac Group. They are led by one elusive mastermind. But on this one night in Taipei, he and his team made a crucial mistake. One that they will pay a heavy price for.
Carbonac was a game changer, I think.
Poof. The attackers, they have the password of the administrator. So at that point we knew that they were watching what we were doing.
It's very hard to arrest a piece of code.
This video was created in cooperation with the cybersecurity company Kaspersky Labs on the basis of their documentary series, Tomorrow Unlocked. Also, check out this great podcast episode by Darknet Diaries on the story, link in the description. The actual events of this hack are known, but the names of the attacked banks and involved employees were never disclosed. So to tell this story, we created Maxim. That's him. It's the 8th of April, a regular Tuesday. He works in a Ukrainian bank. He's a well-respected employee, but he has a bad habit of not installing his Windows updates. As he sips his coffee, he thinks about the receptionist he has a crush on. An email from his colleague pops in. It's from Sergey, his coworker. The mail has a Word document attached. It translates into Compliance with Federal Law 115, dated 21/7/2014. Sounds important enough. Maxim clicks on it. He reads it, closes it, and continues his very ordinary workday. A few months later, Maxim is sitting in a meeting. His boss seems distraught. Some of his bank's ATMs started spitting out banknotes at seemingly random times of day. It seems like whoever was lucky enough to show up at the right time could just grab the money. The bank might be the victim of a cyber attack. The employees should act cautious and avoid suspicious emails. Emails, meetings, stress, colossal hacks. For many, it's the same story every day. What if you want to throw in the towel and build something of your own? Odoo is an all-in-one platform that gives you everything you need to manage your business. You don't need any tech skills.
Are we getting a promo during this story?
With Odoo, you can create a sleek website.
We had like 2 promos already.
It's just 4 simple steps. What kind of website do you want? Define the field of activity and the objective. Choose a color palette or insert your logo. What pages or features do you want? Pick your favorite theme from the wide range available. Odoo's AI does the rest. Then you can easily customize your site.
Got a whole promo during this video, bro.
To help you write engaging copy. Odoo can also handle translations.
Like a commercial break.
Your site to be multilingual.
Disney Channel, bro.
Odoo's first app is free for life with unlimited hosting and support. They even give you a free custom domain name for 1 year on top. If you're ready to scale, Odoo offers a range of other powerful applications to optimize your business. Visit fern.deal/Odoo15 now and start building your own websites for free. The bank hired Kaspersky to investigate their problem.
If suddenly all your ATMs are empty, you know that something has happened.
This is Jort van der Wiel. He was part of the team on the case. He checks the hard disks of the affected ATMs for malware and finds nothing. Not one suspicious activity, not a single trail to follow. A few months later, van der Wiel gets a call in the middle of the night. It's 3 a.m. It's an account manager working for a large Russian bank. He says Van der Wiel and his team need to call his IT guy ASAP. A couple of minutes later, one of Van der Wiel's Kaspersky co-workers shows up at a bank in Russia. The IT guy on the site is panicking. Someone has gained control over their domain controller. That's the heart of their server network. If you control the domain controller in a Windows environment, you basically control everything. And without a good reason, it's sending data to China. The Kaspersky specialist starts to look for malware right away. Eventually, he finds a software that lets you watch and control a computer remotely. Could it be that the intruder is watching them right now? He has an idea. He opens a Word document and writes the Russian word for hello. They wait for a few minutes. Nothing happens. Then, suddenly, the cursor moves, and letters appear. The hacker answered. He adds, in Russian, "You will not catch us." To which the Kaspersky employee replies, "We will catch you." "No, you will not catch us." Okay.
Nah. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
It will take some time, but eventually the Kaspersky team finds the malware. It is similar to the Garburb Trojan. One configuration file of the malware is called Ananak, so the team decides to call it Carbonak. This incident at the Russian bank gave Van der Wiel and his colleagues hints about what is going on, and they link it all back to those hacked ATMs in Ukraine. Now they can reconstruct how the Carbonak hackers operate. So let's wind back. This is one of the Carbonak hackers. Again, it's the 8th of April, 2014. He already got into Sergey's email account, but he wants access to Maxim's computer. So he sends out this email with that attachment. The Word file exploits vulnerabilities in Microsoft Word to download malware that contains a backdoor. The hacker now has remote access to Maxim's computer. Next step.
This is why y'all don't click on links on them scam emails. Make sure the emails y'all getting is not scam emails. Just because Maxim, this story, this character that they made up, which is the, one of the bank employees, I guess, because he opened the email and opened that link that was sent to his email, it was supposed to be his boss, but it wasn't his boss. It was the hacker acting as the boss. And they sent him an email, I guess, with a link or an attachment, and he clicked on it, and then boom, the hacker has control of his whole computer. So he can literally log in the computer, access all bank accounts, and take all the money out, strip it all out. Just because he has control of Maxim, which is, like I said, the bank worker, the character that they made up. They got control of his computer. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. That's near impossible. The fact that they did that is crazy. If you can get into a bank worker's computer, into their files, you have everything. You can get into anything. You can get into anybody's account, anything. All you need is the account number and you're good. Done, bro. You can go to any account you want, take money out. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's wild. I mean, y'all people at home, don't try it, because this is dang near impossible. The chances of you succeeding doing this is like 1 in a billion. So don't try it. The fact that they pulled this off is why this person is making this video. Let's continue, bro. Let's continue. This is crazy.
The hacker installs a specific software on Maxim's computer, which slows it down, which in turn frustrates Maxim. So he calls IT to come by and check. By the time the IT guy comes over, the hacker has installed a keylogger. This way, he will be able to see everything one types into Maxim's keyboard. The IT guy starts to investigate. To do so, he needs to type in his admin password. And bingo. The hacker got the admin's password. He tries it out on the domain controller. And yep, it's the same. Now he can go look for the computer in the network that controls the money transfers and the ATMs. But he doesn't attack right away. Instead, for months he silently observes the employees managing the transactions. Once he fully understands the process, he proceeds. To steal the money, the Carbonak group developed 3 different methods. One way is to transfer money from so-called transaction management accounts to their own accounts. To avoid suspicion, they raise the balances by the stolen amount beforehand, keeping the total unchanged. Since banks check accounts only every 10 hours, the transfers go unnoticed. Another way is to take control of specific ATMs to let them spill out banknotes right into the hands of money mules. These are men hired through the Moldovan mafia who collect the money and send it to their bosses. In exchange, they get to keep a small cut. The third method is the most sophisticated. The hackers set up a couple of bank accounts in the names of their money mules, including debit cards. Then they make sure they all have the same small amount on it, let's say $3.33. Then they update the bank's database, exchanging that $3.33 for $1 million. Suddenly, all the money mules have $1 million on their bank account. Now they just use their debit cards to withdraw the cash. As a side effect of the database update, some broke bank customers will suddenly find themselves to be millionaires. The better the Kaspersky team understands the methods of the Carbonac Group, the more they begin to grasp how complex this operation is. Kaspersky teams up with Europol, major European banks, and various national law enforcement agencies to hunt them down. They're able to take down some of their servers, but then the hackers start using different tools and continue to work under the radar. By the beginning of 2015, Carbonac has robbed at least 100 financial institutions in almost 30 countries.
Damn.
Most of the victims are in Russia, but also in the US, China, and Europe. Within 2 years, they steal roughly $1 billion. They appear to be unstoppable until someone screws up.
Someone screwed up.
The first bank reported that over 70 million NT dollars was withdrawn illegally. The withdrawals
It takes
were
one
made
mistake
in both
to get
Taipei
caught
and
up,
Taichung
bruh.
across
2016, Carbonac attacks the so-called first bank in Taipei, but the Taiwanese police are quick on their feet. Very quick.
我们从被盗领的 ATM 的影像先去调。
At least 500 police officers checking the CCTVs. We check all the footage from the ATMs and back to the hotels of all the suspects.
这一个车手的一个身份，陆陆续续接下来3-4天的时间，全部把22位的一个身份
22 money mules, most of them Russian, the rest from Eastern European countries. 19 of them successfully flee Taiwan, but 3 remain in the country with the money. Their faces are all over the media. To escape, they have to get rid of the money somehow. One of them hides 2 sports bags with some of the money at the Dongku Park. He then flees to Yilong County and hides there. But he is caught and leads the police back to the sports bags. But instead of 2, there is only 1 left. An elderly man found one of the bags and took it home.
You probably think that was fortune from
Bro
God.
was happy.
The police seize the second bag and search for the other money mules. A man called Bobby hides the rest of the
Bro
money
was
in 2
happy.
suitcases
He
and
found
stows
some
them in
money.
2 lockers at Taipei Central Station. Shortly after, 2 other men from Eastern Europe arrive in Taiwan and collect the suitcases from the main station. They go to a hotel to have brunch. As they sit down, they're interrupted by the police.
Put down the knife, your fork, stay calm, don't move. Resign the election with us, содержаем.
Что примерно долгограем?
They ask the men to take them to their hotel room.
Сколько у вас человек всего?
Где здесь нас двое.
Не целая группа.
Чего группа?
Вот это преступление.
In their hotel room, law enforcement finds banknotes that are worth roughly 1.5 million US dollars.
Damn.
The Taiwanese police managed to recover 90% of the stolen money. The 3 money mules are sentenced to a little over 4 years in prison. These guys are
I
just
thought it would have
local
been more than
operatives.
that. That's
But on the
crazy.
phone of one of the men, the Taiwanese police find pictures
still
of
a long
stacks
ass
of
time,
money
though.
in various currencies. They also find emails from the suspected head of the Carbonac Group. Europol, the FBI, cybersecurity companies, and several authorities from different countries work tirelessly to find the Carbonac mastermind. Little do they know he is hiding all the way across the globe, living a life in luxury. March 6, 2018. This is Dennis. He's Ukrainian, but now he lives with his wife and son in Alicante, Spain. He's a rather private person. He doesn't really leave the house. Right now, as per usual, he's coding new malware. He's one of the best of his trade. To keep a low profile, he does most of his spending in Bitcoin. At the time, he's worth 15,000 Bitcoins. In 2018, that was worth roughly $162 million. Today, it would be more than $1 billion. But there are some things that Bitcoin can't buy.
Crazy.
Not
bro.
a lot of car or house sellers like to be paid in digital currencies, so he needs to use real money to buy these, which leaves traces. This is what tipped off the police. They start to follow the money and eventually realize who he is. His laptop is still on and unlocked. The forensic team immediately starts to collect evidence. The authorities will seize 2 BMWs and jewelry valued at $500,000, and of course his bitcoins. But the vast majority of the stolen $1 billion remains missing to this day.
They hid it somewhere.
Dennis K. may have been the mastermind behind the Carbonac operation, but he certainly didn't work alone.
We think there was quite a big team, at least between 10 and 30 people all together that was able to pull this scheme off.
You can find the same piece of code being used by different groups. And it's very hard as a security researcher to know the difference which group is using what code, because the code is very similar. It's very hard to arrest a piece of code.
In late 2018, 3 Ukrainians were arrested who were allegedly involved as well. The Carbonac malware still exists today. The hackers who use it go by many names: Fin7, Joker Stash, Carbon, and Cobalt Spider. Experts suspect that those Russian cybercriminals are given free rein by the Russian government in order to cause chaos in the Western world. Maxim's bank lost millions. As we know now, this could have easily been avoided. The Carbonac group exploited a vulnerability in Microsoft Word, one that had already been fixed 3 years prior. But Maxim was too distracted to install those Windows updates.
It was the crush. If that dude did not have a crush in that bank, he would have updated his malware. But no, he did not update his computer because he was too focused on his crush, which is basically the moral of the story, which is why they lost all that money, bro. Damn, bro. You see what y'all women do to us, bro? Hey, that's going to be the end of the video, y'all. That was a crazy story, bro. That was a crazy story. Leave a like if y'all enjoyed. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace out.